interesting story to tell you this evening, so pay attention. It's a story of 7 people and a glimpse into a dark place in each of their hearts. Welcome to The Cave. Yes, I'm a talking cave.
Hey guys, you're joining us in a cave for a game, The Cave, and I'm joined by Ron Gilbert, who is the creative director and project lead behind it. So Ron, tell us a little bit about what we can expect from The Cave.
Well, The Cave is this adventure game about these 7 characters, and you choose any 3 of them, and you go descend this dark, deep, sentient, talking cave.
Mm-hmm. And so you were saying to us earlier in your presentation that you really want to get back. It's kind of a project that's been in your head for 25 years. You want to get back to that sort of dynamic of having 3 characters.
Yeah, the original idea for this predates Maniac Mansion. The original idea only had 3 characters, but since Maniac Mansion, I've always wanted to revisit doing 7 characters, and I always liked the way people kind of have their favorite Maniac Mansion characters. I love Razor, I love Bernard, and so I wanted to do something that was just this odd, eclectic group of characters that go into this cave.
So tell us about some of the characters that we'll be playing.
There's the Knight. He is there searching for a weapon of unequaled power. There's a scientist. She's on the cusp of a great discovery for all of mankind. The Hillbilly. He's looking for love, which I guess a lot of people do in caves, I'm assuming. And the Twins. They just want to go out inside and play. Really? I mean, how innocent could that be? Each of the 7 characters, they have really their own story for why they're there, and they have their own areas of the cave that are really themed for them. The Hillbilly, he's looking for love, and so, what you would have played was this odd underground carnival that you find embedded in this cave, which is about his story. So you go into this carnival, and he's fallen in love with this carnival freak, the 2-legged lady, and you go in with him and kind of play through a little bit of his story.
You sort of explained that the adventure genre is kind of the original co-op experience, or that's where it originated from, you think?
Yeah, it always has for me. When I was playing adventure games as a kid, it was me and my friends all huddled around the computer. One of us got to do the typing, but the other ones were always shouting out ideas and try this or try that, or ooh, I think I figured this out. And what we wanted to do with The Cave was bring that real co-op experience to an adventure game. So you could sit on the couch and play the game, but your friend, or your husband or your wife or whoever could really be playing along with you. And at some level, they don't have to do anything more than just follow you around. But, rather than them sitting on the couch just watching you play a game, they just get to follow you around at least. And then sometimes they'll have an idea. Oh, I think I figured out how to get the fuse out. And then they'll just go do it because it's just completely seamless the way that the co-op works.
The monk, he seeks a journey filled with peace and enlightenment and murder. I'm sorry.
Yeah, at its core, it's an adventure game. So the main gameplay mechanic of the game is adventure game puzzle solving. The platforming is this very, very light level. Mm-hmm. So at no point are you going to be missing jumps. There's no point that we expect you to time things perfectly. It was just to keep people engaged. And one of the things that modern gamers really look for in games is this moment-by-moment gameplay. What am I doing this second? What am I doing the next second? And with a lot of adventure games, things tended to move very slowly because you were just doing a lot of thinking. A lot of that stuff. Walking around was a little bit slow. So the platforming was just something that we wanted to do. Just try to keep people engaged a little bit more with the game.
So it's not particularly punishing, for example, if you fall off a ledge and hit the ground, you're not punished for that?
No, not at all. The cave, as a sentient talking cave, he really wants to make sure everybody makes it through. So if you die, he just resurrects you, and you just kind of little smoke and stuff, and you appear 5-10 seconds back. But it's not a game reset. I mean, any puzzles you would have solved stay solved. Your character's just resurrected.
And of course, this, your involvement in the game, Double Fine's involvement in the game, it seems to have that humorous element to it, particularly in the narration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, humor has always been important to me, even if I'm telling a story that is somewhat serious. Like the cave story is somewhat serious, right? I mean, these are 7 kind of horrible people at some degree, and so telling a serious story, but then being able to lay a lot of humor on it is something that I really enjoy a lot.
I believe at Double Fine you have a period where you go through kind of prototyping and the team all works together to try and come up with new ideas. I believe you've gone through that quite recently. Did anything come out of that?
Yeah, we call that Amnesia Fortnight, and I didn't participate in this year because it's actually going on right now, and I'm in Europe, so I couldn't really participate in it. I did do the one last year when I was there, and it's great fun to have to make a game in 2 weeks, because you're really forced to make hard decisions really quick, and I think everybody in game development should go through that process regularly, because it just kind of keeps your mind really sharp.
And did the cave come out of that experience a couple of years ago at all, or not?
No, the cave did not, but Costume Quest and Stacking, both of those games came out through the process, but the cave did not come out of that process.
All right, Ron, so tell us when we can expect to see the cave and on what platforms.
The cave will be out in January, and it will be on the Xbox, PlayStation Network, the Wii U, and Steam for the PC.
Great stuff. Thanks for your time, Ron. And you can find out more about the cave. Just head over to GameSpot.com.
For hundreds, nay thousands, nay tens of thousands of years, people have come to me in search of what they desire most. Few find what they are looking for. Even fewer ever leave. Someday you will find yourself descending my depths in search of what you desire. And you might not like what you find either. But enough about you. This is about them.